Yeah, buddy. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome back. All right. Today we are getting right back into building some more skills that we can feed to Claude. More skills to give us that sweet, sweet leverage, that sweet time, that sweet energy back. In the previous live streams, we've built now 3 different AI skills using Claude's skill creator tool. We built the setup live stream skill. We built the clip finder skill, and we built the YouTube title generator skill. All 3 of those are currently in use by me. And we've been building them live together, and we're going to continue on that. We're also going to look at some maybe external skills. I've said skills too many times. My brain is like refusing to say skills anymore. And I'm going to have to just force it and drag it down this path because the whole stream is about skills, stupid skills. We're also going to play with some plugins. Claude's got this concept called plugins, which I think is like bundled skills and agents together. So we're going to see which ones we can use, what stuff we can build. We're going to do it together, right, chat? We're not going to be silent participators today, right, chat? Right, chat. That's exactly what I want to hear, chat. So bring your own workflows, bring your own questions. If you're creating skills using Claude, if you're using AI like this, you got questions, please throw some stuff in the chat so we can talk about it. Please. Yeah, buddy. Let's go. Let's go. Welcome in. Creator CTO, welcome in chat. Good to see you. It is Wednesday, April 29th. The AI is moving quick. So we got to keep up. That's what we're doing here. We're keeping up together. We leave no one behind here. That's our philosophy. That's how we do it. Oh, I also wanted to run the clip finder skill that we built. I think this is the first stream in this series where I've been building skills. We built out the clip finder skill, and I wanted to use that because I did a live stream this morning with my buddy Joey, and let's see how well it worked, because we might want to refine it as you're using these different skills. You're going to be like, this output was awesome. This is magic. It's crazy. It nailed it. It's a freaking genius. And then other times you'll be like, you are an idiot. You are the stupidest bot I've ever seen in my life. Just earlier, like I've been talking Claude Code's praises all over the place. And then just earlier, I was going crazy trying to get these freaking arrows aligned. And Claude Code just wouldn't do it. It just would not align the arrows on the web page. It's like, yep, bulletproof, boss. Fixed it, boss. No problem. I have it call me boss now. But dude, I was getting pissed. I finally had to go into the inspector myself and figure out what was wrong so that I could get it to fix it. It's driving me insane. We got Frank in the chat. Welcome in, Frank. Good to see you again, my friend. He said, I'm interested in the mix of fantasy and AI. Yeah, we can talk about that. Building out fantasy tools with AI. I know for most of the public, you just know the job board, which I've released recently, but we got fantasy tools coming, baby. Frank, I think you're gonna like the name of the next one, man. I don't mean to reveal anything, but Frank, my guy. So yeah, let's see. First, let's just take a step back. Let's see how this clip finder skill does, because we got to go do a new chat here. We're gonna pass it. Oh, you know what? I came in here, so I passed this into Descript. Software that I can get the transcript from. You can also get the transcript from YouTube, I'm fairly sure, via subtitles, or like we use StreamYard, which is all right, and they make you pay extra for transcripts. We don't need to do that because I got Descript here, so we'll just do that here. Export. We're gonna go ahead and save this bad boy. You can save it to any of these. We'll just do Markdown. Oh, copy a clipboard. No. Oh, yeah, we could copy. I think it could handle that much. No, we'll just save it. It's fine. Downloads. All right, save it to downloads. And then the way that we had this skill set up before is that don't web search. You had to pass the transcript and then you had to invoke the skill. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. Downloads right here. Open. Okay. Whoops. Clip. Boom. There it is. Clip finder. Find me the best, most shareable clips. I don't think I even need to give it a prompt. I think I just had to say clip finder, if I remember. Frank asking, is it Claude in the chat? Claude in the chat. Claude in the chat. We got Claude in the chat. All right, so now it's pulling up our skill, and it's going to go ahead and call it. As we do this, I'm going to pull up our list here. This is the different use cases that we identified in previous streams that we're going to make into skills, potentially high value. We didn't pass any judgment on how high value it is, but we've just been shooting off the cuff on different use cases that I personally need. But we got some more in here. I'm sure you got some as well. Frank, I'm curious what you're curious about when it comes to fantasy and AI. I think a lot of that. I think AI is going to change a lot how people do fantasy analysis. It likely already is changing it. You see a lot of different creators putting out products related to data and viewing data. And I think more of that will be coming. I mean, ever since I've been in the industry, people have been on those subreddits posting or asking for different tools, different products, and building their own products. So there's like a whole mess of people who are going to now have that ability, which is sweet. Ideas, refining a rough content idea into a brand aligned content idea. That's one I feel like it comes up with every single time. Creator voice, brand style transformer. That's kind of cool, I guess. That could be useful. We got to get our brand voice into a document for that one. Content, which I do have, I could pull out. We'll see. Content quality editor, make it worth publishing. Research, creating a research brief. Okay, these are a little generic. I was copying these over. Content calendar from strategic goals or offer aware content strategist. That's interesting, but a little bit too boring right now. Let's see what Claude came up with. It's a draft recap, fantasy football with 2 hosts. Good. This is Frank. You were part of this show somewhere. You tuned in for some of it, so maybe you can tell us how good Claude did here. I scanned the full 42-minute transcript. It's a draft recap fantasy football show with 2 hosts, mostly riffing. Yep, you nailed it. Joey's pronunciation. This is a strongest standalone moment in the show. Joey explicitly frames it as a public service announcement. I don't even remember this. Oh, yeah, this is when he was talking about different players' names and not us saying Isaac Tesla or Tesla. Could be either way. I think it's Tesla, but I don't know. And his Perrine punctuation is terrible. Okay, the Burrow Prescott odd even injury theory. That's a pretty good one too. Joey was laying out how his theory that Dak Prescott and Joe Burrow on alternating schedules of seasons which they have a good season and or are injured. Backyard nude squirrel deterrent. That was an awesome point. How much I love you and how much you fucked me. All right, these seem decent enough. So the point there being this skill was meant to cut down time, right? In a pre-AI world, what I would have to do is load up this transcript, or I really wouldn't go from the transcript. I'd go from the video. I would put the video into my video editor, and then I would go through and I would try to have taken down notes while we were recording or timestamps to be like, hey, this was a good moment, 20 minutes in, 25 minutes in. But now I can skip that entirely. I can be fully present in the stream and know that I can just pass this ish to the bot right after this and get this thing back. So that's just to give you an idea of the types of situations or use cases we're looking for. We're trying to gobble up some time and money back. Time, energy, money, either of those 3 things. Mainly for content creation here, it's time and energy. Where can we take something that we have to do repeatedly, some decision we have to make repeatedly, and how can we bundle that into some skill that we can just invoke and easily figure it out, put all that knowledge into the bot so that the bot can then do it and the bot gets smarter. It's our contribution to the bot takeover. That's how it works. All right, so that's cool. That's all the long setup. We got setup live stream, YouTube title optimizer, prompt refiner. Oh, that was one I worked on off the stream. Clip finder, and we got skill creator, which is one that was just built in from Claude. I might have downloaded this one. I'm not really sure. but that's good to know. Frank in the chat. Look at my full background. I'm in finance, or AI has been big for us too. Yo, that's good to know, Frank. That is good to know. I'm very curious. I got some friends who work at Bloomberg as software engineers mainly, but finance world is mainly like not in my cup of curiosity. So, but I am curious now. Now that I do what I do, but I probably wouldn't have gotten into it otherwise. But very interested to hear more about how you're using AI in finance. You let me know. You let me know. You start making a trading algorithm bot, Frank. Clue me in, boy. We'll make some dynasty trades. All right, so we're going to create the skill. We're going to use a skill creator. We're going to make some new skills. We can also explore some external ones, but let's start from the problem. Where are we going to get some time or money back, or time or energy back? Going from messy thoughts to a video concept, generating a draft for a newsletter, social post, hook generator, turning a concept into an outline. That could be good. I like the idea of ideation, like something helping with, I have this idea for something, for a thing, but I don't know how to like put it. I don't know how to visualize it all the way to the end, or put that into a structure. So maybe that's the next one we'll do, unless the chat has a different opinion. Almost got you to yap, chat. Let's go with that one. All right, so we'll go from rough idea. I got the perfect example. For months now, I've had this stupid video I wanted to make. Not stupid, it's a great video. It's a video about the legend Alan Page, the football legend, NFL legend Alan Page, who's this like one of those insanely like accomplished individuals. He just like has one career where he's a superstar, and then has like multiple other ones where he's a superstar. If you don't know the story of Alan Page, watch this video whenever it comes out, or go look him up. But I had this idea, but I haven't been able to form. What I wanted to do with it was create a video. Our specialty is live streams. That's my main background, is doing live streams. I like making videos and stuff, but I don't do it as much. Mainly, it takes more time than I have. So for this, I had an idea for this Alan Page video, but I haven't really known how to structure it, or how to go from piece to piece. And so I went through that creative process earlier. I think that would be great to have the bot help, take this rough idea. I want to talk about why Alan Page was such a special, or what makes him special. Why is he special? Why should I wasn't around when he was playing, so why should I care about him, basically? Take that and turn that into a video outline. So we'll do that. All right, so if you remember, we gotta go back to Claude. If you go to Claude and you go to customize, is one of these tabs down here. You come down here, you go to skills, and then you hit plus, and you say browse skills, or you create skill. You create it with Claude. That's gonna load up a Claude chat, but it's gonna invoke the skill creator. All right, use skill creator, create a skill creator, create a new skill. All right, create a new skill where I can, I got this. Don't worry about it, guys. We got this. All right, create a new skill, and put this over here. Where did my thing go? Uh-oh. All right, so if you remember from previous streams, if we want to make a new skill, we want to give it some specific information. We can give it a rough idea and it'll work through it. It's definitely smart enough to do it. But the more concise we can be, or more precise we can be with the input that we give it, the more specific output it's going to give us, and the easier it's going to be for us to figure out if something's wrong, or if something is wrong, it's going to be easier to figure out why it's wrong. So we're going to define the job for making a new skill. What do we want it to do? What do we want the skill to even be called? It'd be like VOD, or idea to outline. Video idea to outline. All right, and then what do we want the input to be? A rough idea, a rough idea for a video for a specific channel. That'll give us the opportunity to give it information about the channel so that they can not just riff off of the general, like, what does it think a video about Alan Page should be? It should be, what should a video from my channel Front Yard Fantasy about Alan Page look like? Like, that's the outline I want. And so we're going to give it a little bit more context here so that it can fill that out and give us better input, rough idea or video for a specific channel that the user will provide. Output, we want an outline document with clear narrative. I don't know. An outline document with clear narrative. That's close as we get at 3 in the afternoon. Hey, what up, Craig? Welcome in. Claude, King Claude. He's waving to you, Claude. Wave back. Be polite. I'm sorry, Craig. He's not polite. Hit that like button, Craig. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. All right, we're building some skills, Craig. We have an idea for a video about Alan Page, Minnesota legend. Minnesota legend for sure. I was going to revise that somehow, but I didn't need to. And we're building a skill here that lets us take very quickly go from /video idea or /video idea to outline, give it the stupid jumbled dump mess out of our brain, and have it give us structured beauty back. An outline beauty document, an outline document with clear narrative points to hit. And again, we're using the skill creator skill here. So this doesn't have to be like, I'm not writing the exact skill. It's gonna clean all this up. It's gonna ask me questions, clean it all up. Thank goodness. Okay. Let's go. Let her roll. Frank in the chat said, here's a fun way to use it. Can you use AI to compile the grades you gave to all the NFL draft teams over the last few days and make it a report card? That's a great idea. Yeah, give it. So what I would do in that situation is I would collect all the transcripts from those videos where we talked about it, which has been, I think, 3 days now. So 3 streams of which we've yapped about the NFL draft and started giving grades. I could then give it the prompt to, it wouldn't be the clip finder prompt. It would be, hey, extract the NFL grades from each of us from these transcripts for each team and give it to me in a structured list back. From there, I could then say, hey, create a graphic using our brand guidelines with this data that you just extracted from the transcript. And that would then let us go from transcripts to social graphics, which would be huge. I think that's definitely a pipeline we should build on here. That's a great one. That's a really good suggestion. Craig said I should have had Claude make my Jamison Crowder Sporkle quiz for me. Yeah, you did that all by hand. That's crazy. That's crazy in the post AI world, Craig. What are you doing? I should have. Oh my gosh, Craig, you do something law or accounting or something, right? Something like that. I'm curious how it's impacting your work too. It's going to impact everybody's work. I can't imagine it not. Even the trades. We're definitely going to have robots like iRobot. Like, that's not that far off. I feel like we've been working on robots forever. Then you just plug AI in there with those sensors. Boom, we're done. We're cooked. Fantasy football full time. That's our jobs now. How deep should the outline go? Beat level, the outline. Got it. Right. Video idea to outline. How deep should the outline go? We're talking about this outline. Beat level. Each section has a goal and key points to hit. You riff the words. Yeah. For a video, yeah, that's talking point level. Bulleted phrasing close to what you'll say on camera. Near script. Full sentences for hook and payoff. Beats for the middle. We don't really want to start. Listen, we're not puppets. We aren't puppets. Claude is not going to reach his dumb Claude hand up my bum and make me talk his talk. Okay, I'm going to talk my own talk, and I want you, Claude, to make my structure. Take care of my work, my tedious work, my stupid work. Take that. Don't take my fun work though. Don't take my creative work. That's my work. So we're just going to go beat level. Thanks for asking. Should this share the brand profiles from setup, live stream, FYF, etc., or have its own? Same channels, one source of truth. Its own profiles, video and stream needs differ. No, they are the same. So this again, this gets into like really our system here. These skills aren't that useful just on their own. It's almost like we need to build out an ecosystem, or at least make these skills more like have access to the different brands we're building. In my case, it's multiple ones that I might want to make videos for, but depending on your situation, it might be, just the one. You can just have the skill be custom to your one brand, the one brand that you're making content for. Let's just have a share them. Heck. Output as a saved markdown file you can pull up while recording. Yeah, that's cool. No markdown file. I don't want to have to go be scrolling in chat while I'm making a video. Frank in the chat said, so I think Claude had his hand up Simon's bum this morning. I think so too. Let me pull up that chameleon. There he is. There he is. That's the chameleon. I sent that to Simon this morning before his surgery. I don't even want to explain the context if you don't know it. It's not. It shouldn't have ever come up in the first place. I'm not bringing it. I'm not polluting my channel, my clean new channel with Simon's disgusting medical information. I refuse. It's a matter of principle. Welcome in, chat. Welcome in. If you haven't already, make sure you go check out that new YouTube channel, Creator CTO, if I can ever find it. I can't find it. That's not going to go to it. Here we go. Bada bing, Creator CTO. I'll be posting more VODs to this, and these live streams all go to here. I'm pretty sure this should say live. Yeah, it's live. We live. But it was brand new, so go check it out. You can find more of the info over there. Creator CTO. All right, we're having it make a video idea to outline skill. We're gonna start chaining these bad boys all together to one workflow. It's gonna be sweet. We're gonna build it from the ground up. Just decided that right now. It's a great day. It's a great day, Frank in the chat. There's some external skills we didn't make that I've been interested in going and checking out. It could be worth exploring on these streams as well. One of them is a software engineering one by Gary Tan called GStack that he's been talking about, and I use some while I'm doing these coding live streams that are probably worth going into. If the chat was interested in it, maybe I could be convinced to go into it. Make my skill, Cloud. Cloud. Make our skill. Make our skill. All right, what other skills should we come up with then? Where'd my skills thing go? Oh, there it is. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Skill is ready to install, boss. Drop into your skills folder and it'll be available. How many times do I have to tell you, call me boss? Don't, not question mark. Thank you. Set up live stream clip finder. Okay, so drop it into your skills folder and it'll be available alongside set up live stream clip finder. Shape of the skill, trigger, rough video idea with or without a names channel. Explicitly not live stream packaging, so it stays out of setup live streams lane. Yes, that's facts. Brand profile shared with setup live stream via mount skills user setup live stream references. Okay, that's kind of deep. One source of truth buried incredibly deep in our file system. No drift. Output. Also, no drift. Come on, drift ain't a bad thing. Output, beat level, markdown. Again, this weird. I got to figure out where that is going. Beat level to mark. Okay, this is where it's going to output it. Goal plus points to hit. Specific claims, stakes, concrete details, not topic bullets. Format aware. Explainer is the default with adaptations baked in. You know, but I want some. What is this? Wait a minute. Format aware. Explainer is the default with adaptations baked in for list, reactions, tutorial, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Pacing scales with runtime. Sure. Guardrails, no fabricated stats. Brand voice over generic YouTube. Flag 2 video premises instead of cramming. Yeah, but I want to give you feedback first. Deliver was marked the same thing. Okay, where is that? Where the heck is that? First of all, I have feedback. Feedback. That didn't work. I have feedback. The /MNT. I shouldn't have done that on the voice to text. That was a bad idea. Okay. Directory is confusing. Use a different folder to store the shared source of truth on the brands and as well as the outputs. Ask user if unsure. Okay. Second feedback is include who the include the audience segments in each outline. Include the audience segments in the relevant audience segments in each outline. And that's like who is the video talking to? Who are you talking to in this video? Close enough. And what was the other feedback? Pick the video format, identify gaps, ask clarifying questions, generate the outline, offer revisions. Yeah. Otherwise, that looks good. And include reasoning. Have the bot include reasoning on its suggestions so that we can figure out whether it's, wonky or not. Why are you giving me what you're giving me? If you want stupider skills, I think you could change the model. I'm not really sure why you would, I guess. I think you probably want the smartest one for that, but I'm not sure. I think probably smartest one for a skill. Of course I have Claude call me boss. What else would I have Claude call me? What else would it call me, Frank? It's got to call me boss. Hey, appreciate the sub on YouTube. Thank you, Frank. You to go. All right, Claude, address my feedback. Now. It's also got these plugins. So this is another thing we're going to talk about here. Where did these other ones go? Create new skills, plugins plus. That used to be there. Where'd my chats go? Here we go. Brand profiles. Where should the shingled source of truth live? Pull brand profiles into their dedicated skill, into their own dedicated skill. Channel brands that this skill and setup. I wish I could. Why is it showing it to me like this, where it's dotting? I can't. I don't want to dot your plan, dude. I need to know though. I need to know everything you're saying. What are you doing? Outline output. How should it be delivered? Just present it in line as a downloadable file in chat. It's fine. Pull brand profiles into their own dedicated skill. Bundle a copy. Bundle a copy in this skill's own references folder. Simpler profiles can drift. Don't store them in skills at all. I'll attach the brand profile in the chat when needed. When I need it. It's a little annoying. Okay, let's do that. Let's just make our own. Let's make a new skill. That's what this stream is for. It's to make skills. So we're going to make a new skill. That's just going to handle the brand stuff. We're going to handle that right now and get down to business. Outline output. How should it be delivered? Just present it in line as a downloadable file in chat. No path talk. I like that. I like the sounds of that. Save to a name folder. I'll specify. You'll prompt me for the path on first use. Save. Let's just do both. Reasoning depth. How much explanation alongside the outline? Yeah, let's have it give us the most reasoning, at least at the start. We can always have it adjust that as after we're confident that this thing is actually outputting useful info. But for now, got it, boss. Then when the robots take over, it might spare me, because mutual respect. Everybody loves their boss. All right, now we're cooking. Now we're gonna have the brand. Now we got an ecosystem. The brand. We got the brand channel brand skill. It's gonna feed the setup live stream skill. It's gonna feed the video idea to outline skill. It's gonna feed the YouTube generator skill. That's actually pretty smart to just have this the one main one. We could also use something like I don't know, maybe MCP servers, overkill for that. Frank in the chat you were talking about AI and fantasy. So that's an area where you might want to start talking MCP servers if you want to start getting like data. You want to start getting data to your bot, up-to-date data. You want to start connecting a weather API to your bot. That's how you do it. Although, yeah, for that you could probably, I'm sure there's already MCP servers that you could just like pull in from the ecosystem. MCP servers, model context protocol. It's just like a way to share data with a bot. It's like a protocol to share data with a bot. On it, boss. Spin up a new channel brand skill that holds a single source of truth. Okay, sweet. We're gonna have to pull up that. That brand strat, like the info where I have laid out what the brand is, which is I highly recommend you make a document of that of your own if you are building your own brand. You're not just hanging out. If you are trying to utilize this stuff to build your own brand, I would highly recommend making that some sort of brand document where you lay out what your brand is about, who you're talking to, what kind of content you create, who you are, so that everything that you ask it can always have that context. That context is going to be pretty much crucial to most operations that you're going to have an AI bot do as it relates to your brand, at least. Right. So it's going to spin that up, rewrite video outline to load the channel brands one. It's going to change those paths so that we don't have to worry about whatever MNT is, add audience segments and reasoning for each of the parts of the outline that it's adding. It's going to give reasoning for why it added it, which is going to let us give it more specific feedback back when we don't like it or if we do like it. And then flag that setup live streams should also be updated to point at channel brands. Yeah. And probably the YouTube title generator, I should tell it. So let me pull up that thing for a second here. Frank in the chat. Where did I put it? Oh, I remember. Make a copy of that. Okay. All right, I got that thing now. One thing to flag, setup live stream still has its own copy of brand profile, FYF. And the template is in references folder. For the single source of truth to actually hold, that skill should be updated to load from channel brands too. Otherwise, why are you telling me this? Why are you telling me this? Okay, well, let me save this. And let's say this one. Want me to update that next? Yes. Yes. Change the setup live stream skill to use the new channel brand skill. I'll have to do that, and then I'm going to give it the CTO brand. Oh, look, it's giving us a little file thing over here. All right, so we still got the skill, and then here, bundled within the skill is, that's what it was talking about. So we had to move away from the MNT, whatever that is, into now it's got these stored in a reference / references, just subdirectory within the skill directory that you're working in. And so this is the new channel brand skill that we're having it build on top of that. Single source of truth for YouTube channel brand profiles, voice skills loaded, other skills, set up live stream. Okay, so it's giving it the info about what this is. Oh, nice. So it's if you think about our workflow, if we just give one command to Claude and we're like, hey, I have this rough idea, Alan Page video. It needs to be able to identify, okay, you want to make a video. They need to have a rough idea, and now we need to create an outline. They're looking for an outline for this video, and this video is for this channel, this brand. Let's pass it that brand, and these different skills can interact. Okay, just change that. Clean. Examples doesn't reference the move files. Done, boss. Step 2 of the workflow now loads the brand profile through channel brands. Install order matters. Install channel brands first. Save. Oh, okay, that switched on us. That's why. Install order matters. Install channel brands first. Then this updated setup live stream and the new video idea to outline. If setup live stream runs without channel brands available, it'll fail to find the FYF profile. Okay, channel brands should be in, I think. Yeah, saved. Video idea to outline. Saved. Good, bro. You're making us scared for nothing. Yep. So we're gonna replace the one that we have in there. This new one. Want to test the whole thing? Throw me a real video idea. Okay, yeah. Let's test it end to end, boss. Throw me a real video. Okay. All right. I want to make a real video about legendary defensive tackle Alan Page. One of two defensive players to ever win MVP. That's the video. I'm gonna include that. One of 2 defensive players ever. And we'll say for the FYF channel. Craig said, does Claude know that Maria is the real boss, my wife? Yes, Claude knows. I had to put that in my Claude MD. Dude, this is a crazy time we're living in. Maria does give me shit all the time. It's like, stop talking to Claude. I can't. I can't. I have to. I'm just forced to talk to this bot now. If I don't, I'm being lazy. That's it. That's how it works. All right, so let's dig into how what it's actually doing here. You can click into these and see how it's reasoning, which is why I included that reasoning piece in this prompt or in this skill. Loading the FYF brand profile from channel brands now. One thing worth flagging up front. Alan, whoa. I was reading that. An Alan Page deep dive is off niche for FYF. The channel's primary on fantasy drafters and in-season players. And Page is pure NFL history. Doable for sure, but it changes the audience calculus. So let's nail that down before it generates. Boom. Look at Claude's mistake. Everybody look at Claude's mistake. Claude doesn't fully understand. It's not Claude's fault. It's my fault. I gave Claude incomplete information. It's Claude's just trying to make sense of the world. And here I am not telling it what I'm about, you know, and not giving it all it needs to know. So we got to fix that, because if it thinks this is off niche for that brand, then it doesn't understand that brand. And that's bad, because it's going to be making decisions for that brand that were previously made by the proprietors of that brand. You follow me? God. Claude making me mad in the afternoon. Okay, 3 quick calls. What video shape fits what you want to say? I want to go back to what you said that was wrong. Who's the primary audience for this specific video? Okay, this is where I could fix this. Okay, I'll be able to fix this in question 3. Let's just go through these now. What video shapes fit to what you want to say? Profile, retrospective, explainer. Page's career, build to the MVP moment, his legacy. Versus comparison, Page versus Lawrence Taylor. Who was better? No. Rarity, driven list. Only 2 defensive players ever who won MVP. Deep dive on both. Page is the lead. No. Contrarian. I don't want to talk about freaking Lawrence Taylor, dude. He's a cowboy. Contrarian argument. I don't want to hear it, Craig. Contrarian argument. Alan Page is the most underrated player in NFL history. I don't think my point is a contrarian argument. Alan Page is a pretty accomplished dude. I think it's this one. I think it's this first one. Okay. Target runtime 5 to 7 minutes. Tight 1 to 2 beats. I used FYF's bread and butter. See, what do you know? What do you know about bread and butter, Claude? You don't eat either of those, you idiot. Shut your mouth, and you don't watch FYF. So quit assuming. 13 to 20 minutes. No, I can't. I don't know that much about anybody. I could make a 13 to 20 minute video about their history. Let's go 5 to 7 minutes. Maybe 8 to 12 because I talk slow. Let's go 5 to 7. Who's the primary audience for this specific video? FYF's overall base is fantasy drafters, but this video probably hits a slice. Okay, so here's our chance. Here's our shot. We got 1 shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. Oh shoot, what am I gonna say? I gotta think about what I'm gonna say. I want to be direct, but I want to be firm. We need to update. Wait, what did it say? It said per. I wish it did. It say per up here? The channel's primary is fancy dressing. Where did it say it was referring this from? what was that document? Okay, whatever. Okay, we need to update. Yeah. FYF's audience is actually more fantasy football / general NFL fans. Fantasy football fans who also love the NFL and NFL history. It's pretty obvious. I don't know. How do you? I feel like I've had this summarized way better before, but okay, I'll take some of this out. It's not just fantasy drafters. It's people who love fantasy football and the NFL. So it's very much in niche. And I'd appreciate it if you updated the FYF brand document to reflect that. Show that, Claude, who's boss. FYF's audience is extremely intelligent and good looking. What if it makes an Alan Page Sporkle quiz? That would be incredible. We would definitely win that. I think we need to make that. Updating a profile, structuring the brow line, doing all the work. God, this is so nice. It takes all the hard parts out of my job, leaves all the easy parts. All the fun parts, I should say. Not the easy parts, it's the fun parts. Now I'm realizing the structure might be too dense. Hook setup, multiple beats, payoff, and call to action could exceed runtime. Why does he talk like a 1990s sitcom nerd? Actually, given their preferences for directness and minimal back and forth, I pick a sensible default folder. God, I don't want to hear you talk anymore. Claude is AI and can make mistakes. We know. We know. He makes lots of them, but he also makes that magic. So we give him a break. Oh, look at this. Purple people leaders, context. Pro Bowl, he's going to give us context. We want to make a video about Alan Page. He's going to include Alan Page context in it. That's beautiful. That's better than we even expected. 2 corrections to absorb, boss. Thank you, boss. FYF audience is broader than I had it. Yes, it is. That is facts. Updating the profile is okay, cool. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Pats on the backs. This video is in niche, not off niche. Yeah, gosh dang right it is. Very in niche, sir. Now generating the outline. Glad to hear it. Send word when you're through. Where's it going to put this again? Video output, video outlines. Where is that though? Do we need to update our channel brand skill? Updating the profile and channel brands first. Question. Do we need to update the channel brand skill to save it? Not update. Do we need to resave? Do I need to resave? God, pronouns are hard when you're talking on a stream to a robot. Do I need to resave the channel brand skill to get the latest version? It might tell us down here. Let's see. Reinstall the update. God. Wasted my time. Oh, okay. Reinstall to lock that in. All right, sweet. Glad to hear that. Let's try that. Oh, and here's the outline. Oh, cool. Let me close this. No, now come back. Open sidebar. Okay, oh, it's in there. Channel brands. Download. Oh, no. Channel brands. Save. Upload and replace. So you got to do that. This is like these skills live on Cloud's cloud. You know, they live in his cloud. You understand what I'm saying? That lives on cloud servers, Anthropic servers, the servers that Anthropic owns in the cloud. That's where this lives. And so that's why you have access to it. If you log into cloud in their app, or you go to the website, you'll still find these skills that you made via here. But if you wanted to use those skills with Codex or with ChatGPT, or you wanted to use those skills for Claude Code locally on your desktop, you'd have to transfer it over. So just be aware wherever you're saving it. You know, it's not just like save there and now it's here always. You got to put it somewhere where you can access it. And it's just documents. It's literally just text documents. Markdown is just text, just a formatting text. All right, skill save managed. Yeah, we want to see the Alan Page thing. Back to Alan Page. Stop trying to distract us, Cloud. Let's see how good this thing is. Alan Page, the defensive tackle who won MVP and became a Supreme Court justice. That's fire. A short profile of Alan Page, one of only 2 defenders. That's pretty good. Audience, primary, NFL history curious viewers. So that's true. Like if our channel, Claude was partially right in the document that we gave it, that FYF is primarily fantasy football. We're talking fantasy football. A lot of people have come there for advice. They're looking for current NFL stuff, and maybe they're not that interested in NFL history because they're busy and they have lives and hobbies and interests other than NFL history. But that's okay. It's still within niche. It just may not be for all of the audience, and that's all right too. And so the fact that it's given us that sub segment is valuable. That it can identify that for us, that we don't have to sit there and do that. Because if I'm going and making this video on my own without AI, I would have to do that myself. I'd write down who this is for, who actually cares about this. Not all of FYF's audience. It's specific people in my audience, in FYF's audience, who care about this specific thing I'm making a video about. Okay. Secondary, older NFL fans. Damn, bro, Vikings fans, Scott Fish's NFL history audience that doesn't usually click on FYF. So it could be used as like a more of a video that brings in. We get some history buffs, NFL history buffs who come in the other way. I don't know. It's not what this stream is about, so I'll stop yapping about it. Let's get why the shape. So here's the reasoning part, and now you can. So now you can see I've been yapping about why I included that in here. Let's see the result of that. Why the shape? Profile retrospective is right because the audience already cares about the NFL. We don't need long form context. We need punchy storytelling. 2 beats split career / MVP from legacy / post NFL. So the Supreme Court justice payoff lands with maximum surprise and beat 2. So it's giving us, structure and pacing for our video here. Instead of getting buried up front, rarity-led hook. Only 2 defensive MVPs ever works for FYF's audience because they value shareable, make you sound smart facts. Dude, I think it nailed that. I think it psychoanalyzed the fuck out of you guys. Oh my God, that's hilarious. So you can see like this, if I didn't agree with any portion of this or it didn't match the vision I had in my head for the video, I can go in and be like, all right, you change this assumption, like change this shape because your Y does not match my Y, and our Y's need to match in order for us to make a good video. Hook. Okay, so now it's going to break up our video into the components, which is what we're looking for in an outline, right? Don't give us the words. We don't want to. We're not your puppet, Claude. You're our puppet. We're your boss. We're not your puppet. We're your boss, Claude. And why this be? Everyone's audience scrolling past 5 other NFL videos right now. You cheating bastards. You watch other channels? You watch other NFL channels? God, break my heart. The hook has to do double duty. Okay, this maybe is a little bit over composition, over exposition. Points to hit. Lead with only two. Sweet. Okay, only 2 defensive players have ever won NFL MVP. The name's Lawrence Taylor, 1986, 15 years before him. This guy. This is pretty good. Set up, beat one, talk about his league, payoff. Damn, this is so good. Call to action and outro. We didn't have to give it all that. You don't even have a TikTok. This is crazy. Next week we're back to fantasy. Enough of this. We're done with this history nonsense. This defensive history nonsense. This is pretty good. We could totally refine this. I barely gave it any info. I just said Alan Page. I literally just said Alan Page's name. You watched me. And now we have a skill that does this. And now we don't have to, redo it every single time. And we can start to refine this. Maybe we start to give it more info on how to make better outlines. Don't give me all that exposition. 6-minute range, premise. It gives a premise. It's awesome. Okay, cool. All right. All right, chat. You're gonna die, Claude. You're gonna die, Claude. All right, so what we got? We got the let me just pull them up here. Skills. Channel brand skill. We got set up live stream. So did I give it? I didn't give it the updated creator CTO brand. So let me do that and have it update that. We're going to go back to here. We're going to go back to here. We're going to say, okay, one last thing. One last task, Cloud. One last task. Add the creator CTO brand document to the channel brand skill. All right, so I went and pulled this document. Downloads. I thought I did. Where did I put it? Okay, give me 1 second. My gosh. Where'd you go? I got it. Okay. All right, so this is some brand. It's another brand document. I have one. We gave it one for FYF, and I'm going to give it this one for Creator CTO. So it gives it some information about what the channel's about. Helps creators turn audience, attention, AI, product. It's the information about what this channel is, so that I'm not getting the generic output that any creator who's asking it to make a YouTube description is going to get. This is how you get better, more specific custom output from this bad boy. Is you give them the right context, just the right context. If you give it the wrong context, it's not good. We never sound like a guru or a hype machine. We don't want it to sound. We don't no emojis. It knows that. Call us boss. It's just we have a few rules that you got to follow, Claude. Rules, brand, always anchor the brand. Yeah, creator, AI, product builder. So similar type of thing. If you're creating your brand, you're creating content and using AI for your content, create your own brand document and use that and pass that context to the bots when you're doing stuff like this. One last task, add the creator, blah, blah, blah. Cool, add it. And then once it adds it, we're going to update this. We're going to save that skill, and then we'll be done. We're going to dust off our shoulders, and we're going to call it a day. We're going to make a bunch of skills all over the place. You're going to die, Cloud. Frank said, if Claude was a character, it would 100% be Squeaks from Basketball or Screech from Saved by the Bell. I don't know Squeaks, but I do know Screech. It's weirdly named similarly. Okay. Okay, so I didn't give it the format it wanted for that brand document. It's trying to figure out how to get around that. We're gonna let it figure it out. It's gonna figure it out. Claude is a smart boy. Don't save everything from the doc. You don't have to save everything from the doc. Only save information that will be useful to the channel brand skill. Done, boss. All right, I'm gonna give it this update. It's still talking. Still talking. Can't hit enter. Come on, Claude. Figure it out, brud. Just figure it out for me. All right, I want to figure out. I think next we could probably figure out how to put these skills into a plugin. I think that might be the next step in this skills journey. And then once you put it in a plugin, then I can just share it with everybody. That'd be cool. We'll figure out what plugins do. I think you can add the. Let's see. No, I don't. They don't let me see it anymore. They let me saw it right before this, but they don't let me see it anymore. Where'd you go? Did you fix it? Right call, leaning out. Trimmed and repackaged. I hate how it's a yes man. I hate how it yes mans me. Challenge me. It's what I pay you for. Still lives at the source. You don't need to save. I don't know why it's saving that entire thing. The source. What is that? That's the source. This is just the working extract the skills load. Reinstall the updated channel brand skill. You're set. And you're set. So then we can go in and add in specific templates for this brand, which that document did not have. It was just like, you know, who is that brand talking to? But we could add in like specific title templates that we have, title patterns or thumbnail patterns, description patterns. All right, let's save that bad boy. Update. Cool. Now we just unlocked a whole new area of problems that we could solve with skills, because like we were talking about before in a previous stream, a lot of these depend on that brand context. It's just better with that brand context. So now that we have the channel brand skill and we have proof that we can use one skill, have one skill reference another skill. In this case, we can have our generator skills, you know, use our channel brand skills to get the info they need. Now we can start building out that ecosystem, the plugin ecosystem. In future streams, we'll just keep going, dig it down this list, just keep finding new skills to build out. I mean, this is whole new territory, new stuff we can build with, you know, API thought magic. So why not? Let's just keep making weird stuff. That's the whole point. All right, fam. If you haven't already, go check out the new YouTube channel. Is Creator CTO. And thank you for hopping in here and helping. It was great chatting with you, Frank, in the chat, Craig. And the rest of you lovelies, we'll be back again tomorrow doing some more AI building. I haven't decided what yet, but maybe we'll make some more skills. Maybe we'll figure out how to turn it into a plugin. Who knows? If you have ideas, throw them in the chat. DM me. I'm interested. All right. Until tomorrow. Goodbye.